This is Cherry Jerry, and I'm going to be asking cosplayers how do they deal with perverts. This is a very, very sensitive topic, so I'm going to try to be as delicate as I possibly can. This is an ongoing problem that has been happening all around cosplay conventions and the cosplay community. Hopefully, after listening to this, the people that I've talked to will feel better, and hopefully, after listening to this, the people that are listening to this will feel better.
Hi, I'm asking you if it's okay that to check out the description down below and click the link to Cherry's Shopee account. It will really help this channel if you purchase stuff from Cherry's Shopee account. So please take a quick look and don't hesitate to buy some toys, secondhand items, and all sorts of ukay-ukay. Now enough with the plug, let's get back to the video.
Finally, I found a cosplayer that I can interview about this very delicate question. Fortunately, not many cosplayers have been dealing with this situation. Hello, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Rosemary Van Rouge. You can just refer to me as Mari.
Okay, do you have any social media accounts that you would like to promote?
You can follow me on Facebook at Rosemary Van Rouge. That's Rose Mari Van Rouge, like the Twisted Wonderland character. You can find my Instagram from there. It's a long name, I'm sorry.
That's totally fine. So, how do you deal with it?
I am very lucky enough to not encounter any creeps or perverts, but I know there are a ton of cosplayers who are not as lucky. From what I've seen, the community has a very high no tolerance rule for creeps. If you go on social media in any cosplay group, it's likely you'll find every con there's a post that's like, hey, watch out for this dude, watch out for this dude. He's been seen taking photos, taking videos without consent. If you're lucky, that post will reach a massive amount of people, so people can be more aware of their surroundings. People usually don't go to cons or events alone, which is highly recommended in case you encounter any creeps. As cosplayers, we must always stay true to our character, but no matter how in character you are, if it's someone flirty, someone passive aggressive, you need to make sure you're safe. Go with a group, keep up to date on social media if there are any posts warning about other people, and if you see a cosplayer in trouble and you are able to help, please help them if you can.
That is a very beautiful answer. Thank you very much. No further questions. It's already awkward as it is, and I asked you this.
It's okay. I
Yeah.
think it's important to ask these questions no matter how uncomfortable they are, because facing what's uncomfortable will make us not tolerate it inside a community that's very filled with people from all walks of life, and some people who don't really go outside. Their reality can be warped, and they may not handle social interaction very well. We must not tolerate such behaviors and keep our community as safe as possible.
I totally agree with everything that you've just said. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And right now, I am interviewing my very first male interviewee about this delicate subject. Hello, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Richie.
Very nice to meet you. Do you have any social media accounts that you would like to promote to my subscribers?
Oh, sure. You can follow me on Twitter at crispy_patas.
I'm assuming you're into bacon.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I had bacon for breakfast, so of course.
I just assumed because crispy, so yeah. Okay, enough with the banter. The perverts, how do you deal with them?
Personally, I haven't actually dealt with any myself, but I've heard a lot of stories about them. So I would recommend going as a group with people you trust. You know, safety in numbers, right? And if you see any, always make sure to alert guards. Whenever you're at a con, it's easy to find a guard anyway, right? As long as you can manage to stay safe and steer clear of them, it's for the best. I really hate seeing people treat fellow cosplayers like that. Honestly, it's disgusting.
I will admit it, I have like huge pile of porn in my phone right now. I would just talk to people in general as who they are rather than objects. When I'm like super attracted to certain cosplayers already, I just keep a straight face. And if I couldn't keep a straight face anymore because they are just so jaw-dropping attractive that my inner hormones or whatnot is starting to act out, I honestly just do the responsible thing, which is just to walk away. The minute that I feel like I cannot behave, I just walk away. I don't know if having sexual urges or whatnot makes me like a pervert, but I do know that I would try to treat people with respect because people shouldn't be treated as objects.
Yeah, you're right there. Have you ever had any experience dealing with perverts at cons?
Honestly, the only pervert I probably seen is the guy in the mirror. It's something that I have inner battles with. That's probably the closest thing I've experienced to perverts. Unless, you consider people who catcall you perverts.
Personally, I feel like regardless of intent, catcalling leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Especially because like the person you'd be whistling at has no idea what you're thinking.
Those people who catcall you because you dress up in a very vibrant, colorful way. Like, they're bullying you.
At least make them feel objectified, wouldn't it?
It's not really, them outright sexually advancing you. No, they just outright want to bully you because in their eyes you look stupid.
Yeah, personally I'd avoid doing something like that.
I've recently gone through emotional struggles handling my emotions. I would like to burst out in anger and just start fights. Because of that, I recently lost my best friends. I don't know. I feel like I become something ugly and I'm not really happy about that. You're hearing it now from my little interview, my little podcast or whatnot. I'm trying my best to be a better person. I don't like hurting people. It's the most horrible feeling, even though that I didn't mean it. It's unintentional. I'm just naturally honest, and unfortunately my honesty hurts. I'm struggling with anger issues, I guess. The people that get affected around me about it, it hurts. So I'm making a promise to myself right now that, I'm gonna try to do better for the sake of, my new upcoming friends moving forward. If ever I make any new friends, if any of my subscribers would like to be my friend, drop the comment right now. Anyway, I hope that I'm answering your questions. Wow, look at that. I was the one asking questions. Now I became the interviewee.
It's really brave of you to admit all that. Personally, I think everyone struggles in their own way with emotions like this. The fact that you were able to recognize the problem and want to make steps to change that, it's really admirable, honestly. I'd say if ever you deal with feelings like those, it's good to have an outlet for them. I don't know, maybe it could be a hobby, or you could try going to a rage room. You've heard of those, right? The ones where you just go somewhere and then just break shit up.
Yes, I could do that, or I can go to my phone and open the tons of porn that I just mentioned.
Well, if it works, it works.
Okay, this is a reminder to all the men and women. If you post it and you know that it's revealing, be prepared to accept the fact that somewhere out there, someone will save your photo and put you in their spank bank. I'm just saying it right now. I'm against people taking photos without consent, but the minute that you post that, it's in the internet forever. And now I am with another fellow cosplayer right now. Hello, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is MJ and I'm cosplaying Venti right now from Genshin Impact.
So, you're taking some Mary Jane right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're high? No, I'm just playing. Spider-Man, don't arrest me or something. Anyway, how do you deal with it?
I have experienced that kind of malicious act from random strangers since I was a kid. I didn't really know what to do at that time. It's just that as time passed on, I just realized that I could have fought for myself. In my age right now, dealing with those perverts, with those kinds of strangers that harass you in a way that you will feel really icky and uncomfortable. I really would love to smack them if I ever encounter them right now. I can fight for myself and I can report them. I can make myself be noticed by everybody around me so that they would stop doing it.
Do you feel better now after you let this out?
Yes, it's really comforting to just tell somebody, especially a random person, because they don't know things that you have experienced in the past. It's like you're telling your story to them and you know that they understand.
Would you like to give advice to my subscribers on how to cope with perverts?
If you encounter something like that, don't bottle it in. Don't keep it in yourself. Voice it out. Because as long as somebody knows, it will be stopped.
Okay, thank you very much. I think you're going to be just fine. I'm with another fellow cosplayer right now, and I'm asking her how she deals with perverts, what she feels, what she goes through, what she can say. I would like to know. Please share your thoughts, and hopefully, people who listen to this feel better after listening to you.
Okay, so hi. So I'm pretty new to the cosplay scene, so I haven't really experienced any very specific events where I encountered any perverts, at least in this community. But as a woman, I have experienced at least some in typical day-to-day. But I think a general rule for everyone, I think women are pretty aware of this already, but we should stick together. So always look out for one another and try to be with someone. I actually go to cosplay events alone sometimes, but always in a very public setting. So always keep yourself safe. Of course, we don't want to put all of the weight of this type of issue on the women, but it's the truth of the world right now. We can't do anything about it because it's kind of a systemic problem. So what we can do at least is really stay vigilant and look out for everyone. This isn't just limited to women. It's really a social issue. It concerns everyone. So everyone can be a victim. So just try to keep an eye out for that.
After saying everything that you've said, do you feel better?
I mean, thinking about it and saying things about it, you really realize how bad the problem is. I mean, how little we have power over this issue. It weighs a little heavier saying it out loud. But at the same time, I also believe that a lot of people agree that we have a sort of responsibility, a society, to look out for one another. So as long as there are other people who care, it's not that heavy. The weight can be lifted off of our shoulders if we carry it together.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I am with another fellow cosplayer right now. Hello, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Aiko, and well, you cannot see me, but I'm currently cosplaying Stell from Honkai Star Rail.
Okay, well, I was actually very afraid of her at first because she has a baseball bat, and I'm currently doing this interview just in the middle of the stairs. She can knock me down and turn my yellow outfit into red and make me cosplay as Hulk Hogan. And no, it will not be the American dream. It will be a human nightmare. Anyway, so moving on to the interview. How do you deal with it?
Usually, when I cosplay something that's quite revealing, I just make sure that I'm with someone, like I'm walking with someone, so I will be fine. If I happen to just have to deal with that kind of behavior, I just have to really just ignore, because I can't really just confront. I don't want to make things big, so I'm just gonna mostly ignore, walk away, or just ask my friends or whoever's with me to just drag me away.
Yeah, I can see that with Mr. Dwayne Johnson right here.
Yeah, it's my brother actually.
Oh, hello, brother. It's very nice to meet you. Don't worry, I'm not flirting with your sister. No, I'm actually very terrified of her, actually. Yes, she looks like she can, lay one on me. Okay.
I can.
Yes, you can. Okay, that's great. I will make sure that I will be respectful to you throughout this entire interview. Last thing I want is a triple threat. Okay. Is there anything that you would like to say to my subscribers who feel like they lost a bit of themselves after going through something similar to what you've gone through?
Just know that you're not alone. If you happen to experience this kind of problem, just make sure you tell this to someone, and make sure the next time this happened to you, take precautions. Just make sure you're safe, your well-being is okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. Now I'm with another fellow cosplayer right now, and I love her go with the flow attitude. Flow ride happening right now. Anyway, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm actually cosplaying Clara from Honkai Star Rail.
Thank you for clearing that up. You're definitely not Mrs. Claus. And I'm very sure that your boyfriend is not Santa himself. Okay. How do you deal with perverts?
So, as far as I'm cosplaying, I haven't encountered any perverts, but just to make sure, I make sure that I plan. Whenever I go out, I make sure that my cosplays are in a bag. I don't usually go out all cosplay. It's to prevent perverts. When I'm already in the event, usually at the event, I will be prepping at the event itself rather than at the house. Well, at the house, I make sure that all my makeup is done and ready, and then I'll just gonna prepare myself for the costume. And I'm already prepared with makeup and everything. I'll just be prepared with the cosplays and the wigs. I don't go out with the wig already. One reason is that I don't want to get others, since we live in an area where people don't have any information or don't know about any cosplays, and I might get looks from it. I might get catcalled, or I might get. So usually whenever I go to these conventions or events, I make sure that I am cosplaying at the event itself. And before I'll go home, I'll also make sure that I already change into civilian clothes and my wigs is already off. Since I don't have a car, I usually just either take public transportation or I'll just book a Grab. I actually feel better since I plan ahead to prevent them. So as far as I'm concerned, as I'm cosplaying, I haven't encountered any of them so far.
I hope you never encounter them. Thank you very much for your answer. I really, really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
And now I'm with another fellow cosplayer right now. Hello, please introduce yourself.
My name is Josh. People call me Fuji. The way how I deal with the perverts, especially they're kind of suspicious at first, and they took action in the most inappropriate way possible. For me, I've encountered this kind of person. What would I do is either I will go to the organizers or the staffs or security guard as soon as possible. I know there's a scenario that sometimes we cannot call from someone or friend. There's a time that it's very unpredictable. So what you can do also is physical defense that can stop a pervert from doing the things that they want, or you can actually get attention from other people as well, since you're in a public convention or something. So that's how I deal with perverts. As much as I want, I know people that who is also affected also post something in social media, which is also good because they can know that there's a pervert along the way in the convention something. It's not a bad thing. You can do also that one.
Do you feel better now after you said all these things?
Yes, because I share my thoughts on how to deal with those kind of perverts. I know I have friends and I do also care about their safety.
I hope that people listening to this will take note of his advice because, yeah, this is a very delicate situation and sometimes you just don't know how to handle it. But I think that the best way to handle it really is to be calm, and I think perhaps try to avoid violence and call the attention definitely of authorities. I definitely agree with you. But if worse comes to worse, yes, by all means, practice some self-defense. I hope you get home safe. I really, really appreciate your answer. This is a very enlightening answer. This is the last time I'm ever going to do interviews as heavy as this in a long time, because listening to what people go through and how much emotional baggage people have about this issue is absolutely. The lengths perverts go to ease their sexual frustrations is absolutely disgusting. To all the perverts out there, just go watch some porn. It's very accessible these days on the internet, so just go watch that. I understand that people out there may feel ashamed of having sexual urges. I'm telling you right now, having these sexual urges is absolutely okay. What's not okay is to be in denial and to hide yourself. I think that there are more positive ways to express your sexual urges. Having those sexual urges just makes you human. Not everyone is perfect. Everyone has their imperfections. It's important as people that we embrace those imperfections and turn it into something positive. If you're into sex positive stuff, I urge you to check out Jo Oriza. Jo Oriza is a respectable illustrator, sculptor, and writer who is known for her risque content and her amazing soaps and candles. I encourage people out there with positive sexual feelings to embrace themselves for who they are and not be ashamed of being themselves. Being a positive sex person doesn't automatically make you a sexual predator. It's what you do that separates you from being a bad person and a good person. To my subscribers out there who are going through similar things that my interviewees went through, I hope you do not lose hope on humanity. Always stay strong because life is just a test for you to be worthy of eternal happiness on the other side. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below and share this to people that you know. If you want to meet up, let's meet up. November, Market, PokeCon PH. I will be there. Let me know in the comments down below if you're attending. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. For my final words, love yourself, love one another, stay positive, do not give in to the darkness, rise above the hate, and always do the right thing.